Alright, hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. So for those of you who are new, my name is Christiane, otherwise known here as IHeartAirbrush, and today I'm going to be showing you my base routine using Temptu foundation. So I do have a separate base routine using different foundations depending on the medium or the brand that I'm using. So today's video is going to be focused on my base routine when I'm using Temptu. So if you're interested in knowing how I get this look, how I do this, how I like to wear my Temptu foundation, then please keep on watching. Hi guys. Yes, the setup is a little bit different today. I hope you guys don't mind. I hope you guys like this because I want to do this a little bit more on my channel where I just film a few videos right in the comfort of my room and in front of this beautiful window. So if you like the natural light look and you like this kind of ambiance, let me know in the comments below and I definitely will film more videos here, yeah. Anyways, so today's video is going to be in how I get my foundation base routine on using Temptu Airbrush Makeup. If you know anything about airbrush makeup, you know that the different types of airbrush makeup and the different brands all require their own kind of sequence of stuff and certain things to go ahead and make the makeup last long, especially if you have skin like mine, which is combination oily. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go through the different foundations that I use and my base routine when I'm using those different foundations. So today's video is going to be focused on Temptu's Hydrolock formula. This is their silicone base line. They have a silicone base and they also have an alcohol base. They used to have a water base, but they chucked that line. So now they're focused in on their lightweight silicone base and their regular silicone base line. I personally prefer their lightweight silicone base line because it's more comfortable for me and I like the finish a lot better. So that's what I'm going to be using today. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into my base routine when I'm using the Temptu formula. Alright, so you might hear a little bit of noise in the background. That's just my kids playing around. That's what they do. They awake. It's the afternoon because I couldn't film this early in the morning because I didn't want to get up. I set my alarm for like 5:30 and then it went off and I was like, hell no. I just didn't want to get up. I'm real sorry. So I'm filming this in the afternoon. Movie magic though is gonna make it seem like I got it all together, but your girl really don't. So now that that's out in the open and we're keeping it 100 here, let's just go ahead and get in with the routine. All right, so the first thing I like to do is go ahead and prime my skin. So lately I have been using the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer in conjunction with my silicone based products. So Temptu SB, Temptu Hydrolock, hell yeah. This is what I like to be using. What I was using before was a drugstore primer called the Rimmel London Stay Matte primer. That one is amazeballs too for the Hydrolock and SB line. All right, so if you're not feeling the Tatcha, it's too low, it's too much, go for that drugstore option. That stuff works beautiful. I always recommend that specific one. And they have one that's matte and then they have another one that's like glow. Both of those work beautiful, honey. So today I'm going to go in with the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer. And you really only need a little bit. So I'm going to take that little bit, just press it into where I get really oily. Alright, so now that the Tatcha is on, I'm going to go ahead and give that a second to set in, and I'm going to go in with the Scandinavia Makeup Primer Spray, using my airbrush to apply it, my favorite way. I'm going to take 3 pumps of that, turn my compressor on. I have it like right here because it's kind of loud and my microphone picks up on it a lot when it's like right here. So I try to tuck it, tuck it. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and apply this to the outskirts. And then a little bit over the middle. Areas where I have more dryness, make sure to saturate those. You have a lot more control over sprays and stuff when you're using an airbrush. That's why I like to use it for like setting sprays, priming sprays, any kind of spray. Alright, so now my face is primed, girl. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the rest of the stuff. So the next thing I'm going to go in with is the Temptu Glow Primer. Yes, this is a lot of primers, but if you have oily skin like me, you need help, okay? We need help. So we're going to go in with another primer, and this adds like a glow as well as helps the products underneath stick to the skin. So I'm just going to apply this right here. Dry area. Nice and light. Don't cake it on. which is really easy to do with this. Okay, so I'm gonna pop that out. And then the next thing I'd like to do is go ahead and go in with my blush and all that good stuff. And for the blush, I have not had any luck with the blush pods, okay? So I'm gonna go in with the standard bottle and the standard airbrush, because this is ride or die old faithful. You know, I know how this girl gonna work every time, because I keeps her clean. And so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. And the blush shade I'm gonna go in with is the Temptu True Blush shade in the Perfect Canvas formula. I like this one because this one is the most realistic looking on the skin. Now the pattern of how I like to apply my blush, I picked this up from Julia Adams MUA. I will have her channel link in the description box below. But she calls this the wave technique. I absolutely love it. It looks so natural and so beautiful. So I have literally been using that ever since the first time I saw her use it, which was like a few months ago. Anyways, girl's been doing it the same way, loving every minute of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it just like that. Taking some here to the cheekbones, over the bridge of the nose, and then back onto the other side here. Girl, I'm having some issues today with my stuff. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm gonna add a couple more drops of this blush because I do want more of a flushed look, and I don't really see that the blush went on. And there we go. There she is. Hello. Okay. I need some life back to my skin here. Okay. So now that I have my blush on and the flush is back to my face, all beautiful, I'm going to go in and conceal, because I'm not going to lie to you, I completely forgot to go ahead and conceal. But I didn't go far enough to where I can't make up for it now. So I'm just going to go ahead and make up for it now. So the concealer that I like to use is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade M2 Ginger. I'm just gonna, just a little bit there, a little bit here. Hi, how are you? Good? Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my Sephora brush, which is supposed to be at the tippy top of my box, but she ain't here. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Okay, so this is the Sephora Pro Airbrush Concealer Brush number 57. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just stipple that to the under eye area and blend it out. Guys, will you stop? Okay, just to make it look a little bright. And then stipple this around the nostril area. Take down some of that redness. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit over my blemishes here, like that one, these ones. I have a lot of blemishes. I might have to do my blush over, because like right there, those are some blemishes I want to cover. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that situated, and then I'm just going to buff it into the ones that are just light redness. There you go. Slight redness. We just want to lightly buff it. I'm barely touching the skin. Okay, when I'm lightly buffing, as you can see, barely touching the skin. I'm letting the brush do the work. This one right here, we're just gonna lightly buff it, so we don't screw up that blush too much. And then back here, you know, she needs a buff too. So we gonna lightly buff her. And then right here, we're gonna spread her out and buff that too. See that? And then for the ones that need a little bit more coverage, I'm just gonna go ahead and pat, because that leaves a lot of the coverage when you just pat it in there. I'm just gonna go ahead and pat over those. I patted a little bit too much over this one, so I'm just going to apply a little bit more. Just a teeny little bit more. And I'm just going to get that good pat. And then anything on the outskirts, just kind of blend it out, because we don't want a hot spot. Okay, when you're using the Temptu formula, you definitely want to make sure that the canvas underneath is flawless and the way you want it to look, because all of that will show through the makeup. okay? Yes, it has coverage. Yes, it's buildable, but everything that you put underneath it, because the nature of the silicone-based airbrush makeup, that will all show through. So you need to make sure that anything that you do underneath is blended and beautiful before you go in with your foundation. Just a tip for you. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna go in and do is touch up that blush real quick in this corner. And so I'm just gonna take a little bit more, just one drop, girl. We don't need to get that cereal, okay? So we're just gonna put one drop, which I just got it all over my hands talking about we don't need to get that serious. I just got serious. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just touch up that spot there. That way it doesn't look so out of place. Maybe give myself a little bit more blush. As you can see, I have like a really natural looking flush look now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and rinse out that pink. A little bit of alcohol to remove the cleaner. Okay, and then the next thing I'm gonna go in and do is, your girl's gonna add a little warmth to the skin. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that at all. Okay, I'm gonna do my contour. So you can do this before or after foundation. I like to do it before, okay? So I'm using Warm Glow in the Air Glow Effects. Yes, I use it as a contour. It's makeup however you want it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that here. Chisel out this corner and then the nose. Girl. To the ear. Make sure things are blended. Looks good. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna go in and do is highlight. So I'm gonna go in with the Pod in Pink Pearl. Just prep in my step. Pop that into the Temptu Air. Give a little test spray. Make sure your girl ain't getting chunks everywhere. And this pod is making a sound, bro. Just clean off the tip there so she don't make that sound, because you know those weird sounds are never a good thing. All right. So now I'm gonna get back in focus, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my highlighter, like so. Boom. Nice and light. It's easy to go overboard, okay? So just stay light. If you're not sure, spray a little, wait a second, check it out before you go in with more, all right? Because it's really easy to overdo it with the SB formula, especially with the pods. Okay, so now that I have my highlighter on, like so, she looking cute, I'm gonna go in with foundation. So here I'm gonna use my Perfect Canvas pod in the shade Desert, because this pod ain't giving me no troubles. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that in, make sure I'm getting a nice smooth spray, which I am, and then just apply my foundation like so. All right, so now that that is done, son, I'm gonna go back in with my standard airbrush, and I'm gonna apply the outer rim shade. If you know me, you know I like to apply a darker shade on the outer rim of my face. It's a foundation shade, because I feel like it makes the foundation match me a little bit better, because my undertones are all over the place, okay? Everything's all over the place, and I have not found one makeup product that actually matches my skin tone perfectly. So, you know, honey's gotta do what she gotta do. And layering is the best way to get a really good match when you're using airbrush makeup. So I'm gonna take 4 drops of the shade 10 in the Hydrolock formula, and this shade is called Caramel. And I'm kinda gonna use this as a bronzer, but also as a deepening shade here, because it's foundation, you know. So I'm gonna apply that over the bridge in the wave technique. Julia's wave technique. I'll call it sun-kissed, because that's what I was calling it before. Just, yeah, sun-kissed area. And then I will have her channel linked in the description box below, because, you know, she's a good one, guys. She definitely deserves a follow. I like her a lot. Okay. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm going to go in with powder, and here I'm using the Ben Nye Banana powder because I just want to go ahead and, am I in focus? Because I just want to go ahead and set everything in place, especially in the under eye area. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, and I'm just going to go ahead and just rebuff the under eye area just in case. Okay. And then your girl's just going to take a little bit of that on a brush. Under eye. Set that under eye. Around the nose, nostrils. I'm not going to set the whole face because I do like a more natural looking finish now. But I am just going to go ahead and set the areas where I know I get super oily. So like the nose right here, forehead, right there. And then we just want a little bit right here on the cheeks, where I have a lot of texture. All right, so that is it for that. The next thing that I like to go ahead and do is give myself a little bit of the actual bronzer here. I have the Fenty Bronzer. So I like to go ahead and use that on a little dose of colors brush and just kind of give myself a little extra warmth, especially over the nose right there, and then like right here. And this kind of sets down that foundation. And then just a little bit on the chin there. All right, so I don't need any more blush because I did apply blush, but your girl is gonna go in with a little bit of extra highlighter. And today I am not gonna be using this Dose of Colors one. I'm actually gonna be using, I usually use Fuego. Okay, you know me, you know I like Fuego. But today I'm gonna be going into the Mickey palette and be using Beyond Classic because I feel like this is gonna be a better match. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that to the tops of the cheekbones. Woo, get that wet glow, girl. And I already have that base from the Airbrush Makeup underneath. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit to the tip, to the cupid's bow, just a tiny little bit there. Give myself a little sheen here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit to the tear duct. And this is what I like to do. Ooh, girl, look at that. Oh, so beautiful. To the brow bone. Dang. If you have not tried this Mickey palette, girl, you need to get on that. Shades in here are beautiful. I just love them so much. And they're so good, guys. They're just so good. All right, so I got my highlighter and everything on now. And then what else do your girl need to do to this face? I think that's it. I think that's all that I do to my face. So this is the base routine. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the eyes, finish the brows, and we're gonna wrap this one out, okay? I'll be right back. I just lied to you because I forgot a step. So before I go in and finish off the eyes, the brows, mascara, and all that good stuff, I like to go in with a finishing spray. And the one that I like to use is the Scandinavia Bridal Makeup Finishing Spray. So I'm just gonna take a couple of pumps of that and just set everything into place. Now I'll be right back. So I'll be right back, honey. Hold on just one second. All right, so I went ahead and finished off the rest of my makeup, and this is the finished look. So this is a look that I would legitimately rock if I was wearing the Temptu Hydro Lock foundation. Like I said, I do kind of switch up my foundations every so often. So I will be on the Temptu Hydro Lock, then I'll use my Zon Air, you know, and then I'll dive in to the Kat. And then, of course, I'm diving into foundations that I am trying out and testing to review for you here on my channel. So, yeah, this is a routine that I go through when I'm using the Temptu formula. I absolutely love how it came out. It's nice, soft, and natural. It's not that full glam porcelain face look. So if you know, honestly, I don't do that kind of makeup here. So if you're looking for that, you're probably not going to get it here unless I'm showing you how to do it, because I do like a more natural makeup look. And so this is like more up my alley, and this is what I like to do. So obviously with the Temptu foundation, this is a look that I achieve without caking too much on or applying too much to the skin, because I do like a more natural look. So I'll go ahead and give you a close-up before and after. And yeah, let's just go ahead and do that so you can see. Thank you so much for watching and spending some time with me. You know, all that stuff. Expect to see more of my base routine using other airbrush makeups and all that good stuff. And yeah, if you have anything that you want me to film on, you want me to touch on, you have any questions or anything like that, go ahead and hit me up in the comment section down below. I do check that daily, so make sure that you're commenting down below if you want to interact with me, if you have any questions, all that good stuff. And yeah, all right, that's about it. Oh, don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I do post a lot of pictures of my looks and things that I'm doing when I'm not here on YouTube to my Instagram. My tag is IHeartAirbrush. You know, it's IHeartAirbrush across the board, but I usually spend a lot of time on Instagram. So if you want to connect with me, you want to see looks and other things that I'm doing, using, and all that good stuff, then definitely hit me up on Instagram. All right, so that is about it for this video. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It helps me out a ton. And as always, subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you are subscribed, or if you choose to subscribe today, don't forget to hit that little bell icon right next to the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. That way you get the quickest updates anytime I upload a video. Okay, girl. Thank you so much again for watching, and I really look forward to seeing you all in my next one. Bye.